Good morning. My name is Ayana Graves, and I am here at Signature Beauty Salon in Burlington, North Carolina. I have been an educator with Ashtae products for quite some time. I'm back on board. Hey. I'm a licensed cosmetologist as well of 32 years. Today, what I've done with my model is she has a nice short pixie cut. I'm going to walk through and explain exactly what was done on my model's head today. So sit back, drop your names. Have you been using the Ashtae product? Where are you from? Drop in the chat. Okay. So my model, this is a client of mine. Her name is Kenya. So today she really didn't need a full relaxer, so I went in utilizing our Ashtae mild relaxer. I did a high partial on Kenya's hair. She used a mild. I went in and I sectioned her hair off. I then went in with our Ashtae hair and scalp balm, and I lightly put it on her scalp throughout in very small sectionings. And that is going to protect the hair from any scalp irritations or anything like that. Okay? So once I've done that, because I already knew what type of relaxer she was going to use, you're then going to use a bowl, and you're going to use a brush or a sprush and put it in the bowl. You can utilize a timer on your watch, or you can utilize a timer on your phone. Our mild relaxer is 15 minutes from start to finish. So once you start applying the Ashtae relaxer, we're going to start in the back area. And I'm going to utilize my comb because my brush just got missing. We're going to section the hair off. We're going to apply the relaxer on the tip of the brush, and we're going to put it in an upward direction. And we're going to do that throughout the entire head. 15 minutes for the mild relaxer. Once the relaxer is processed, we're then going to take her to the shampoo bowl. We're going to utilize our neutralizing shampoo, which is color-coded. We're going to put a little bit in the nape of the bowl, and that is to protect the client from any type of scalp irritations, just in case any relaxer residue or anything is on the bowl or on the nape of her head. Our neutralizing shampoo can be used with any type of chemical. Once again, it is color-coded. Our shampoo is white. Okay. I put shampoo on a paper towel so that I can show you that looking at this, you can't really tell that there's relaxer or a chemical on here. There's the relaxer at the bottom and the neutralizer is on the top. Once the neutralizer touches the relaxer, it is going to indicate that there's relaxer residue left, and you will get pink. Okay? If you still see pink, don't leave the sink. You need to continue to rinse and neutralize properly again. Okay? Once she is, and let me tell you, so I neutralized this part here because the top was not relaxed. Then I went in with my clarifying at the top of her head to remove any buildup, medications, product, and this does not strip the hair. Still gonna leave the hair really nice and pliable. Mm-hmm. So once I've done that, because she got a high partial today, it was treatment time as well. So she also received the Ashtae Fortifier treatment. She received the Fortifier treatment once she was relaxed, rinsed properly, shampooed properly. I then towel dried her, and I missed the Fortifier protein treatment throughout her entire head. The Fortifier protein treatment is excellent for before or after any type of chemical, natural or relaxed hair. Once I did that, I combed her through properly. Because she does use our Ashtae colors, I went in with our shades of Essence, the Ebony Black. I applied the Ebony Black around the part that was relaxed. right on top of the fortified treatment. The molecules are small enough to where it all goes in. I applied it the same way that I applied the relaxer. I combed it through, and she sat under the dryer for 15 minutes. Okay? After she completely dried under the dryer for her 15 minutes, I then took her to the bowl to cool for 5. And then I gave her a soap bath with the Ashtae neutralizing shampoo and the residue of the color. And that removes any buildup left on the skin, and it also ensures that the color does not fade. Okay? So once done, we went in with our cream revitalizer treatment. This is absolutely one of my favorites. I love everything that I'm using, but this is one of my favorites. This is the cream revitalizer. So once she was shampooed properly, and then I rinsed her, I then went in with our cream revitalizer. I emulsified it throughout my hands, and I put it throughout her hair, combed her through, let her sit just for a couple minutes, and rinsed her out. Okay? Once that was done, I then went in with our Moisture Plus. Everybody gets Moisture Plus, even the kids. Natural hair or relaxed hair, we get Moisture Plus. This is an excellent leave-in for everyone. This is a must on every client. Okay? Once we went in with our Moisture Plus, I then utilized our, it's back at my bowl. I used our Heavenly Hair Foam. Okay? I used the foam to mold her hair. I gave her a slight wave on the side, sat her under the dryer to dry completely. Once she was dry completely, I just trimmed her up just a little. And now I'm going in and I'm going to shape my client's hair up, and I'm going to proceed with styling. One thing I love about Ashtae products is they're very concentrated, they're very versatile, no matter what texture of hair that you have, whether it's relaxed or whether it's natural, whether you're young or whether you're old. Ashtae is a must in your salon. And if your stylist is not using it, you need to let her know about Ashtae products. I'm so sorry. So I'm just going in and I'm just shaping her up a little, making sure she's all edged up nicely and she has a polished look.
Ayana, we have a question.
Yes,
What do you do to prevent scalp irritation while doing a relaxer?
that is an absolutely great question. And guess what? I was just about to tell you about our Soothing Cool. So our Soothing Cool is an antiseptic. It has benzocaine in it that actually helps. It actually cleanses the scalp, but it also helps for any scalp irritations. This can be used after a chemical, not before and not during. This is an excellent product if she was irritated, which she was not irritated, but I was glad you asked because this is what I'm going to use around her area where I just shaped her up at. This is an excellent product for barbers as well. This is an excellent product for your sons, for your husbands, because even after shaping up your facial hairs, if you have any ingrown hairs or anything like that, this is an excellent product for that, which is the Ashtae Soothing Cool. And you do not rinse this product out at all. And remember, this is for after a chemical. Did I help you at all with that?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Mhm. Okay. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to utilize all the products that I'm going to use on her hair. And once again, remember, she got a high partial and she got a partial semi-permanent color today using all of our Ashtae products. No, I did not do a partial in her top. She is kind of on the finer side, and she did not need a relaxer. In most cases, a lot of people think once we do relaxers, we need it over the entire head. Well, that's not always the case. Even sometimes you can get low partials or high partials, but this time we did not do a full retouch. So what I'm going to go in now and use, I'm going to use our Ashtae hair oil very lightly on the scalp, just to kind of keep the scalp from being dry from any, dryness or anything like that. And very lightly. If you notice, I'm barely using any hair oil. Okay? And then I'm going to go in with one of my favorites. I call this my liquid wax, but this is the Ashtae triple threat serum. The serum is very good for natural or relaxed hair. It actually helps to keep down frizzes due to humidity or anything like that. I just used a little bit. I'm emulsifying it throughout my hand, and I'm going to put it on her entire head. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with another one of my favorites, and that is our Ashtae High Gloss Curl Wax. The High Gloss Curl Wax has multiple uses as well. I'm going to use it on the short part of her head. You can also use it on men's brush cuts. It can be used on braids. A lot of people like the gels and stuff like that, but my preference is the curl wax because of the density, the thickness of it. It also has a water repellent in it, and it also gives you a really nice high sheen without the heaviness on the hair. Okay. Now I'm going to go in, I'm going to mist slightly with our Diamond Hold. Another product that can be used on multiple different types of hair is our Diamond Hold. Can you see that nice shine on her hair thus far? We hadn't put any heat on it at all. I'm going to go in and curl her. Also, we have hands-on classes. We just had one last month that was excellent beyond the chair. Tune in to our Ashtae pages, whether it's on IG, Facebook, all of the social media sites. We have a class next year that we're preparing for, June 27th through the 29th of 2026. We would love to have you guys.
My hair just finished dry. Yeah, so, I'm doing okay. Just got out of the what? Oh, okay, all right, I'll call you when I'm ready. Okay.
You see how nice that curl wax, that hair oil, and that serum is all in one. And not to mention, she has a softer, finer head of hair. So yes, this can be used if it's used correctly. A little bit goes a long way because it's very concentrated. And I'm just going in and kind of flicking her here and there.
Ayana, we have another question.
Yes.
How often do you do a retouch on a relaxer, like hairstyle?
So the question was, how often do I do a retouch on a relaxer?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that really all depends. It all depends on the client as far as how close they keep their hair. And it also depends on the texture of the hair as well. Like for this client here, I would do, like she would do like a full retouch relaxer, which would be all over. And then 4 weeks later, I would do a high partial. and then another 4 weeks depending on actually the type of the year, because sometimes in the wintertime we go longer. So it really varies. Sometimes I do 4, sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 2. It really depends on the cut and the texture of the hair.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes. And also, you know, a lot of times some people you have want short haircuts and they want a close look on the side, and they are natural. They're completely relaxer and chemical free. You can always substitute and do a partial, whether it's a low one or a high one, depending on the haircut, and still not even relax the cut, just to give them that desired look that they're looking for. Because later on they may not want the relaxer at all, and it's a lot easier to grow out, cut it out and grow it out and go back to being relaxer free or chemical free.
Okay, great. Do you have any?
I'm sorry.
Do you recommend any products for them to like a home care for?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Retailing is very important. So retailing, I definitely would retail the clarifying shampoo and whatever specialty shampoo that they would need as well, using the Ashtae product line. And also for maintenance, I would definitely recommend the Moisture Plus. That is always highly recommended. And also I would say for something like this, and depending on the texture, I would do the high gloss curl wax and the hair oil. Because if you see, like I said, she's more on the finer side and the product is not weighing her hair down at all. So it all depends on the actual person that you're doing to cocktail the products to see what they will need for retail.
So let me recap: the Moisture Plus, the hair oil.
Clarifying shampoo first and foremost for every client, because
Oh,
that's just going to get the hair from the buildup, so that whatever specialty shampoo they need, that it works properly. So we're definitely going to do the clarifying shampoo for every client for retail, and then we'll go in with maybe the silk protein shampoo or the detangling shampoo or even our cool sensation shampoo. It just all depends on what that particular client needs, but we're always going to do the clarifying shampoo first. Even if they're weekly clients, because sometimes, things happen. I have a lot of clients that are weekly clients and they swear, I don't need nothing, I don't need anything. Yeah, you need something, because I can guarantee you they have something under their counter and it's not what you're using. And you can't guarantee what's going to go on with the hair because you're not familiar with whatever that it is that they're using. So retailing is definitely really important, and I highly recommend it, even if they come weekly. They need to pick up something at the salon to maintain that hair, even if it's nothing but the curl wax, because the curl wax has a water repellent in it. That is something that is excellent, especially for those who hot flashes, or they sweat a lot. It actually helps to keep that hair laying down a lot more better with the high gloss curl wax. And don't forget about the foam, because say for instance, my client here, she has just a shadow wave, but you have some clients that have a more deeper wave. And because it can lay on the face a little bit more, we would then retail the heavenly hair foam for that.
awesome.
I am finishing up on my client. And don't forget to check us out. We also, with Salon Centric, we have classes there and we have products there. If your stylist is not retailing, Salon Centric will have that product for you, the maintenance products as well. So now I'm going to go in with another one of my favorites, which is the Ashtae Free Spray. Yes, I have used from start to end. I've used the Heavenly Hair Foam. I've used the hair oil. I've used the Moisture Plus. I've used the serum. I've used the diamond holds. I've used the curl wax. That is a lot of products, but look at her hair. Look at her hair. It's not heavy. It's not weighed down. And this is on a more finer head of hair. So these are the things that the products can do if you utilize them correctly. And if you're not familiar with them and you need to understand and know how to use them, we have our hands-on classes again, Beyond the Chair in June. Go ahead, prepare for it. We have payment plans. We have all of that. So I'm going to mist her hair lightly with our free spray. And I'm just going to go in and style. A lot of times when I style, I do like to use my fingers. You can use your comb, but you can kind of get the same results too. Um, so whatever is your preference, closing up the holes and the gaps. Alrighty. Does anybody have any questions, any concerns about the products that was used, anything about the style? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you learned something today. And don't forget, if your stylist is not using those products, I'm gonna need you to get to Salon Centric quickly or the next stylist next door that is using Ashtae products.